Hi there everybody, hope everybody's well. You know who I am, Matthew. Hope you like what you hear here. I wanted to share with you my M4Football program, also soccer, just for those of you that might be American, talking about soccer here, is that Modric and Anita Bonmati, male and female players in the football game or in soccer, I've created a program that embodies how they play. Modric, because obviously I'm male, is my favourite midfield player of all time. And this is why, because I've got a program here where the key fundamentals of Modric are broken down into 5 M's, 3 P's and 2 B's. Here they are. Here they go. Mastering Midfield, like Modric Masterclass. That's why it's called M4. 4 M's. Here they go. 4 A's. Awareness. Awareness of who's close to you, but also who's far away. If you have the ball, you're able to switch the ball or play a forward ball to a forward player in a good position. Awareness is key. What is around you? There's a good way of doing that in a bit. Then the next one's approachability, how you approach the ball. First of all, you have many different surfaces of your foot. You have your laces, you have the inside of your foot, the outside of your foot, the back heel and the sole. Sole's my favourite, sole of the foot, but a player that can use both feet and all parts of the feet is considered a fantastic player. Who has that kind of control? That is Modric. So approach, very, very important. Then we have advancement. Hopefully, as a midfielder, your main focus, where possible, is to play the ball forwards, to be positive with it. That takes the first two A's, first of all, to be aware and have the right approach. If you've got the right approach and you're aware, you can play the ball quickly forwards on the first touch sometimes. Modric does it all the time. But your mentality as a midfielder should hopefully be to advance the ball forward. Okay? And whichever way you do that, that's the most important thing, where possible. The next one is angles and distances. That's on and off the ball. So if you're defending, if you haven't got the ball, it's getting the right angles and distances when you're pressing and covering, having the right balance, being in the compact shape, etc. When you have the ball, again, using your awareness and your approach, having the right angles and distances. The game is about angles and distances, based on proximity, okay? Keep that in mind. The last A is anticipation. Modric and Bonmati do this so well. If I could spell it right, anticipation while I'm talking. Anticipation. Being 1, 2, 5 steps ahead. That's what makes them elite, is because they see it before it happens. They can already see their next pass, 3 passes ahead. They're always steps ahead in their head. Because they're watching, they're aware, that's how they approach the game, they're just watching. They can see the bigger picture at all times. Takes practice, but it's what you learn in the M4Football program with me. So that's the 5 A's. I did say there were 3 P's, and they do tie into this somewhat already as well. So the 3 P's do tie into the 5 A's, as well as the 2 B's as well. So the 3 P's are: first one is pivoting. Having your head on a swivel, being aware. Checking your shoulders. Checking over your shoulder, seeing what's behind you. But also pivoting so you can see the bigger picture. Very, very important. Modric does that so well. So does Bonmati. Pivoting relates to awareness. Okay? Then we have positioning. Positioning on the field is fundamental. If you're too far behind or not in the right place, you can find yourself very vulnerable. You can also make your team very vulnerable by not tactically being in the right position at the right time. Takes game understanding as well. Okay? Very, very important. The next one's pressure. Being able to play under pressure. By anticipating, by having the right approach, all the 5 A's really, and pivoting properly, you will be able to handle pressure very, very easily. And that's what I teach in this program. 3 P's there: pivoting, positioning, and pressure. Welcome pressure. Welcome it. Working under pressure makes you better. It's called opposed pressure. Okay? The 2 Bs, also fundamental, especially as you get more into the elite side of the game and become a better player. Body positioning. For instance, opening your body versus closing your body when the ball comes to you. Makes a big difference based on what's in front of you, what's happening. And body shape, also key. You could argue they're both the same. I say body positioning is a bit like just positioning in general. How you hold yourself. Could be your upper body, yeah? Having the half turn, etc. Body shape, similar to the half turn, but it's also about having your entire body shaped in the right way, maybe on the back foot so you can go forward, or you can go back to where you came from and bounce past it. You could argue they're the same thing. I say they're not, okay? And I teach them differently in my coaching as well. So body shape and body positioning. As I say though, positioning could also relate to the feet. Body shape, open or closed. Alright? Very, very important. So, 5 A's, 3 P's, 2 B's in the Mastering Midfield like Luka Modric Masterclass, or the Mastering Midfield like Anieta Bombati Masterclass. If you want to get involved in these programs, drop me a call or a message on 07 460 743 788. Hope you've enjoyed the video. Bye.